Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. It looks like we have a little bit of trouble in La La Land, right? Some people are suggesting that there's some issues with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. As you guys know, LeBron, first news that came out was he was going to miss training camp first day. Then we heard he was going to miss the entire training camp. Then we heard he was going to miss the entire preseason. Then we heard he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks because of a glute injury. Then we heard now he's targeting a late November appearance. Then on opening night, I believe it was on Tuesday the 21st. It was on Tuesday, Wednesday or something like that. I forgot what day, the 21st. The Lakers were playing against the Golden State Warriors, and all throughout the game, LeBron looked like he was pouting. Even to the point where I woke up this morning and Matt Barnes asked Steven Jackson and them, do you think LeBron wants the Lakers to lose? And Steven Jackson said, I plead the fifth. But come on. At the end of the day, these are all human beings, right? These are all human beings. So I thought that was that. But then I came across some news here from Full Court Press stating the following. And I want to show you guys the headline. It says, the vibes between LeBron James and the Lakers have not been the best. It then writes, the vibes with that situation have not been the best, I'll say. So again, I don't really want to go too much down that road, but yeah, I mean, I thought there were times just looking at the huddle or looking at the bench that he wasn't as engaged as he typically is when he's out. Derp. LeBron ain't happy with the Lakers. Neither is fans. They are disgusted with the Lakers for a few reasons, and I'll list them quickly. The first reason LeBron fans are not happy with the Lakers. One, they feel like the fan base doesn't give him the proper adulation and twercation. They feel like LeBron is so great that everywhere he goes, he needs to be twerked for. But when he got to LA and he found out, oh, wait, there are 16 championships hanging in the rafter, I had nothing to do with any of them. These fans are not really going to be looking at me and shaking. And he was surprised by that. So LeBron fans didn't like that. Then they tried to tell this ridiculous lie. Oh, what were the Lakers before LeBron got there? Exactly what they were when he did get there. The Lakers were missing the playoffs year in and year, especially after Kobe's body broke down. And what happened the first year he got there? They missed the playoffs, did they not? So what are y'all talking about? They missed the thing started to change when they got Anthony Davis. They're not going to mention that. Oh, the Lakers were just in total ineptitude. They missed the playoffs with him. Remember the thunderstorm that's supposed to be coming? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? You remember then when they went out and got Russell Westbrook and they were supposed to go win a championship and he got everybody, I'm going to keep my receipts and blah, 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 and all that nonsense that came out. What happened? They didn't even make the play-in tournament. So the Lakers know LeBron. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and some of them are into the more conspiratorial aspect of things, they said, oh, Rob Pelinka is trying to sabotage LeBron James's career because Rob Pelinka was the former agent of Kobe Bryant and a good buddy of his. So therefore, he doesn't want LeBron to be greater than Kobe in the Laker jersey, like as if it was Rob Pelinka that was watching LeBron James shoot the ball off the side of the backboard playing against the Denver Nuggets in the West. It was Rob Pelinka that went and pushed him, right? It was Rob Pelinka that was on the court when the Lakers got bounced out of the first round over the last three. That's Rob Pelinka's fault. Or are you talking about the same Rob Pelinka that drafted Bronny James, who has no business being on that roster because he's not good enough? That Rob Pelinka is who we're talking about? All of this stems from the standpoint of LeBron is when the Lakers decided, look, we're not going to give you a contract extension. That's when all of a sudden we started hearing reports from Dave McMenamin via Rich Paul. Oh, there are 4 teams interested in trading for LeBron James. The Clippers, the Cavs, the Warriors, and I think the Dallas Mavericks. Then LeBron James decided he was going to go post an image of himself working out at the Clippers practice facility and made it the very first post on his Instagram page that has over 150 million followers. A total slap in the face of the organization. Then he shows up on opening night looking absolutely and totally disinterested in every single thing the Lakers were doing. He wanted no part of it at all. Why? Because they didn't give him a contract extension. Because in his mind, he was going to be a Laker forever, just keep showing up, playing every year, again, bounced out round after round, and now first round after first round, and then that's what's going to happen. But the new ownership stepped up and said, no, it's over. It's over. We're done with this. There's no more contract extension. And that's when things fell apart. Because now they totally ruined his plans. Because now it's like, it's either you retire now as a Laker, or you take your services somewhere else. And LeBron James in year 24 is going to go sign with another team. Do you think that that's something LeBron wants to do? The guy that's building his dream home in LA? You think the next thing he wants to do is go play for another team in another city? Of course not. So of course he's pissed off. But what he's deciding to do is going to pout the entire season. Some people have speculated that this guy may miss the entire season. Whatever. And now his fans are sitting back hoping that the Lakers lose every single game on the calendar. This is where we are. You know, LeBron fans who are supposed to be Laker fans, they're hoping that the team loses. Because for them, it's not about the Lakers. It's about LeBron and how well is he going to do. If LeBron could average 35 a night, 8-8, and the Lakers lose, they don't care. Because they get to stand up and say, oh man, at the age of 40, LeBron averaged 35, 8-8. That's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. And at every other organization he's gone to, he's gotten away with it. But the Laker fan base is saying, nah, we didn't even want you in the first place. It was so bad that Kobe had to go out there and put out a tweet to basically say, calm down, he cool. They didn't want him. They did not want him. And beyond the fact that they didn't want him, they don't want him now. They want him gone now. LeBron knows this. They want him gone. It's like an anvil stuck on their throat and they're tired of it. They want to be excited about the future, not about LeBron James. This is the fact. So of course you're witnessing a strained relationship. You're going to mail in the entire season. You even heard Dave McMenamin go out there trying to run interference. Oh, well, you know, LeBron, if he's watching the Lakers and if things don't go well, he may request a trade. And you talking like he's somebody that's going to be there for the future. Who cares? Who cares? So of course he's not happy. And they want the Lakers. His fans want the Lakers to lose. This is where we are. People that used to come on our channel that support LeBron now came on our channel the other day and said, well, what happened to the Lakers? This is where we at. LeBron fans. This is where we at. LeBron fans coming to what happened to the Lakers? I thought y'all was supporting the Lakers. No, we never support the Lakers, baby. We walk around with jars of honey in our back pocket, in our glove compartment in our car, because we always ready to rub it on each other's ankles. This is what we do. So this is where we are. We're dealing with a war between Laker fans and LeBron fans. And the rest of us Laker fans is sitting there on Hollywood Hill with our binoculars just waiting for these dudes to walk, just leave the building so we can go in there and fumigate it. You're going to walk through the turnstiles of Crypto.com arena after LeBron fans leave? Do you know how much pieces of paper that we stuck to one another because of all the honey? All of the twerking. You walk in, there's some stragglers. You see the table shaking. They twerking under the table. You got to throw them out. We need to clean house. So of course he's upset. And who cares? That's my take on it. Who cares? Go be upset at it with them somewhere else. Because we donezo with it. The Michael Jordan clip dropped from his new collaboration with NBC Sports, since they're going to be covering the NBA this year. So in this clip, and we covered it, MJ was talking about, you know, they asked him when was the last time he played basketball and picked up a ball. And Michael Jordan said years. And we all know when you say play basketball, it means like play basketball. So we did that. We did a show about it. Then this joker, Shams, goes on the Pat McAfee show on ESPN. And he goes up there and basically starts insinuating that Michael Jordan was inventing reality. And he believes that MJ was essentially over embellishing his exploits during that clip, during that clip, and basically trying to suggest that Michael Jordan was lying about the entire thing. And as I'm listening to this guy, I'm saying to myself, is this guy accusing Michael Jordan of lying? So for those of you who didn't hear what this clown had to say yesterday on the Pat McAfee show about Michael Jordan's story, I want to play it for you now, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Charania.
Hey, Sean.
We feel so stupid. We last night while we're sitting there watching Michael Jordan at his house, it looked beautiful, by the way. I assume he's got a lot of those different rooms, and we saw his house in Illinois that was for sale, still for sale, everything like that. Beautiful place. He's earned it all. Congratulations to him. He's built a lot of different businesses for other people. I think Chicago Bulls, the NBA would say this, the Jordan brand would obviously say this, Space Jam potentially. I mean, you start naming things. This guy is obviously an earner. I think for everybody that he's ever really worked for, Gatorade, everything. So I appreciate how nice of a setup it is for him. And why did I, in my brain, when I heard this, think that Michael Jordan was going to be doing anything other than sitting in his house, having a podcast? And on that note, how does the NBA, Adam Silver, and people you talk to around the league feel about all these OGs getting an opportunity to cover the game with the new rights deals?
Well, I think one, your heart would have been broken if you had reached out to me yesterday. I would have told you Michael Jordan is not going to be.
Hashtag Sean's do. Yeah. Hashtag Sean's do.
You might not have tuned in as excitedly, so I'm happy you didn't. And you know, I'd rather you get your dream shattered, but you still get to experience the Michael Jordan, mentality, the aura that is MJ. But I mean, I enjoyed watching that. I think it was like a 3-minute interview. I believe half of it was talking about when he went to I think it was the Ryder Cup owner's home, and he got challenged to shoot a free throw. He said it was like years ago or something. Okay. I know Brandon Miller was drafted by the Hornets in 2022 in high in the lottery. I think it was the number 2 pick in Charlotte. He told a story at the time that he was shooting free throws with Michael Jordan, and he was trash talking Michael Jordan. So that was 3 years ago. So we do know that. We do know, I don't know how long ago this was, but at least 3 years ago, Brandon Miller and Michael Jordan, I think Brandon Miller, the story goes, he saw Michael Jordan airball a free throw. So shout out Brandon Miller.
No, I don't want to hear that. Listen, that is not what I want to hear.
That's a lie.
Shut up, you don't need to say everything that comes into that brain, okay? You can go ahead and filter something.
I'm just refreshing memory. So I don't know how long ago this was. Was this after the Brandon Miller encore? Was it?
Yeah, several years after.
We gotta do some. Now, how could it be several years? Several years is like this.
No,
year.
right.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah, but he says in the interview, like, I haven't picked up a basketball in years. The last time I picked it up was insert story.
No,
yeah,
I think
what year was that? We got to figure out the years.
He said he hadn't picked up a basketball in years whenever he was asked to shoot the free throw. That's why he felt the pressure.
So Pat, me as a listener, I'm hearing that, and I'm like, what's years? Is years 5 years, 6 years? I know for sure he picked up a ball in 2022.
So that's probably,
there you go.
He airballed free throw and said, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm going to go golf.
And then he did it, and then he made it. So the ending, let's just, for our fantasy purposes, we'll just
no, for reality.
Wait, remember the camp too, where the kids, it was like if he makes every shot or if he misses
Chris
one
Paul,
shot. Yeah. Well, how many years ago was that?
It was 2020, maybe 2019. Yeah. That feels like it was a little longer ago.
Kids.
Yeah, if you make every single shot, if he misses one of these shots, everybody in here gets
free Jordan.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
I will say though, Pat, I think the return of like players, whether at Amazon, NBC, we're seeing a lot of former players, up there, and I love it. I mean, back when I was at FanDuel TV, worked closely with Chandler Parsons, Lou Williams. We had DeMarcus Cousins on, Iman Shumpert, Evan Turner, guys that would come on. And like from my purposes, I know what I do, and it's always refreshing to hear the experts, the people that were in it, that lived and breathed it. I mean, you guys, DB, AJ, the other AJ, like you guys have that experience, that the expertise that I think the fans hopefully can get and absorb that.
Excellent. We did a live about it. Now, little did I know that there was actual footage of this moment out there. And it was only until Too Raw for TV did a show about it. I didn't know this footage was there. But apparently there was this footage of when Michael Jordan rented out the home to, I think, the founder of the Ryder Cup. And he asked him to make his free throws, make a free throw for his grandkids. And in the video, you will see Michael Jordan doing exactly what he said in the video, swishing the shot. Take a look at Michael Jordan here, folks.
Jacob.
How come they go over this line when the
got it?
what?
They can't. But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. We moved it out.
Right.
How? What? Look at you.
Yeah.
You know.
Lucas, move back,
See
buddy.
that center circle?
Move back.
You remember the center circle? They didn't have it. Wilt Chamberlain used to take a drive, take off, and lift. That was the free throw. So now you can't start the shot outside the center circle, and you can't break this line until it hits the rim. That's the Wilt Chamberlain rule. Lord have mercy. Please make it. Now that was pressure, man. I ain't worked like that in a while. I was nervous.
Fantastic. So you saw Michael Jordan performing that. But since we're talking about one's credibility and all, and we're talking about Michael Jordan's credibility on issues, why don't we look into the credibility of Shams? And let's see if he's a credible source. I want to quickly read from a 2023 article that was published by Basketball Forever. Let's read through this, shall we? The headline says, "The Shams conspiracy theory that turned into something more." It says, while it's a journalist's job to deliver the news, some reporters are so prominent that they become the news. At times, it's over something harmless, like Woj's amusing wordplay on draft night or Shams earning the Riz God nickname by making a certain member of the opposite sex weak on the knees on live television. But on other occasions, reporters being thrust into the spotlight stems from something a little less innocent. That was the case when Woj was rinsed by former ESPN colleague Ethan Strauss in several eye-opening articles, and it's now Shams who's facing scrutiny. Here's the thing. A whole lot of activity on Twitter suggests that more and more people are realizing that Shams is represented by United Talent Agency, which partnered with Rich Paul's Klutch Sports 2 years ago. This has fueled speculation that Shams could be prone to skewing some of his reporting in Klutch's favor. That speculation went to another level earlier this month when Russell Westbrook was looking for a new team. Shams claimed there weren't any teams making a strong push to sign him, saying there's not a spot for him in the NBA currently. That same day, Woj reported that Westbrook had in fact been speaking with 4 teams: the Bulls, Clippers, Wizards, and Heat. Shams then followed Woj's report by indicating Westbrook was no longer in such a dire position after all, reporting that he was in contact with the Clippers, although still no mention of him drawing interest from Chicago, Washington, and Miami. If you're wondering why making Westbrook look bad may have been in the interest of Klutch, just remember this. The more it seems like Westbrook was a basket case who ran the Lakers into the ground, the more it deflects from Anthony Davis, a prominent Klutch client's inability to stay healthy, and how much that hampered the Lakers' season before the trade deadline. The perception that Davis is injury prone has certainly proven to be a sore point for Rich Paul. Beyond Shams' reporting on Westbrook, it's also worth noting that he had very little to say about Klutch client Miles Bridges being arrested for domestic violence last year, despite the newsworthiness of a prominent player assaulting his partner and all the disturbing information that was so publicly available afterwards. Months after the assault, however, Shams made time to put a positive spin on the situation by making it known that Bridges was attracting interest from multiple teams around the league. Elsewhere, when Klutch disciple Draymond Green punched teammate Jordan Poole in the face at practice in October, Shams wrote just a 4-line article about it. While every other major sport outlet covered the story extensively for days, he also avoided using the word punch and did not specify that Green had hit Poole in the face. Even if we gave Shams the benefit of the doubt and assumed he didn't have all the details when the news first broke, articles can always be updated to include crucial information that comes to light. In another occasion, when Zach LaVine, you guessed it, a Klutch client, got into a heated verbal altercation with the Bulls players in December, it was Joe Coley of the Chicago Sun-Times who had the story. KC Johnson at NBC Sports Chicago then confirmed the report, but we never heard much at all out of Shams. In fact, Shams is doubly compromised when it comes to LaVine. On top of his job at The Athletic, he also worked for Digital Sports Network Stadium, which was founded and co-founded by Chicago Bulls owner Jerry Reinsdorf. Shams, Mr. Update. You got a lot of nerve talking about people's credibility when this has been documented about you. You got a lot of nerve. You see, Shams is a Klutch Sports affiliate. We just found out that Dave McMenamin has been close with these guys since going back to Cleveland. And he's the one that called Russell Westbrook a locker room vampire. These dudes are dirty, bro. They dirty. And this is why I always laugh at these clown-ass LeBron fans who like to play the black man card. Oh, the black man. You ain't going after the black man. Hey, what about the black man? Well, what about all these black men? What about Russell Westbrook? These niggas don't give a damn about no damn black man. All they care about is LeBron James, period, end of story. And they notice you getting in that ass too much, they're going to pull out the black card on you. This is who they are. This is why you can never take LeBron fans seriously. And you got this weasel out here trying to make it look like Michael Jordan is up here. What do you got to lie for, Shams? What do you got to lie for? He's not LeBron James, bro. He doesn't have a history of lying. That's not, you got the wrong player. Oh, Jordan can be over embellished. I mean, I don't want to break your heart. Sitting up there giggling and cackling like a damn hyena. So what you got to say now? You talking about Jordan's credibility, son? This is what's being said about you, and this is why you got to call out these dudes, bro. They playing a game. It's not a fair game. It's not a fair game. They couldn't even wait one day before they sent out one of their foot soldiers to go to try to muddy the waters. And then here comes Shams. Well, I heard back in 2002, 3 years ago, in 2002. How was he playing with Brandon Miller when he just got drafted a year ago? Come on, knock it off, man. Knock it off. Knock it off. So these are just another Klutch Sports plant. Another one. These people are everywhere. They're like damn cockroaches. They're everywhere. Littered all throughout media. Unbelievable. Well, it seems like these LeBron guys are just coming out in droves. We just finished exposing Shams after he tried to insinuate that Michael Jordan was lying. And now we have Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd has decided to jump into the fray. So although a lot of NBA fans are excited that Michael Jordan has made his return to the NBA to talk basketball, a lot of people are a bit salty about it. And one of them now seems to be Colin Cowherd. Just this morning, I came across an article here from Awful Announcement stating the following. Colin Cowherd chides NBC for dragging Michael Jordan out of retirement. Turned the page on this thing. And I'm like, what? So I start reading through the article, and then as it turns out, there's actually some sound from it, from Colin Cowherd's show, where he's basically chastising NBC for bringing out Michael Jordan. But little did he know that he was going to get absolutely destroyed by his viewers over this absolutely insane take. For those of you who didn't hear what Colin had to say, I'm going to play it for you now, and I'm going to come back and react to this comment. Take a listen to Colin Cowherd here.
So let me say this. I thought it was cool that NBC had MJ on their coverage. He's 62. Reminiscing, embracing the good old days. The NBA is falling into a trap that baseball had for about 20 years. Here's a way to play the game. It was way better years ago. And no, it wasn't. That Pacers-Knicks series they made a 30 for 30 on was an ugly free throw shooting contest. Nobody could hit an 18-footer outside of Reggie Miller. It was a bunch of bigs who couldn't dribble, didn't have handles, and couldn't shoot past like 7 feet. But it made for a great 30 for 30. That it did. But last night, the NBA had 62-year-old MJ in the pregame and was hoping they'd get 40-year-old LeBron and 37-year-old Steph to get TV viewers. Baseball has done I gave up on regular season baseball for 20 years. Baseball's done an unbelievable job in the last 3 years. Sped the game up. They got rid of the grumpy old guys, the old veteran players. They just stopped worrying about the rearview mirror, and they started operating through the windshield. And L.A. De La Cruz, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Ohtani, Betts, Paul Skeens, there is so much young, amazing talent in baseball, and they are creating games in London, the home run derby, a game in a cornfield, events. Like, baseball deserves a ton of credit. For 20 years, I stopped talking about it. The last 2-3 years, I'm totally into baseball. The game's fast. There's more base runners, more stolen bases. You don't have to commit 3.5 hours in the regular season to watch a game. You sit down for 45 minutes, you can get 3 innings if the pitching's good. I like the NBA. I've been watching it since 1972. But they have a little dilemma on their hands, and that is most of the best players are international, and they're not wildly dynamic personalities. They come into the country, head down, sleep, ball, rinse and repeat. They don't want to do commercials. They don't have big shoe deals. I mean, they have some, but you don't have a Barkley. You don't have an MJ. Okay, so how do you solve it? First of all, promote, embrace, market, ant. Over and over and over again. Get Tyrese Halliburton's not ready to play because he's injured. Get him on all the broadcasts. I want Tyrese Halliburton 24/7 on every broadcast. The guy lights the room up. What else would I? Oh, Cooper Flag. Put him on TV 30 times this year. 40 times Cooper Flag. And my take on it, there's nothing against SGA, Jokic, Giannis. Great players. I mean, Jokic, best player. Şengün, unbelievable. A lot of these international guys, we didn't watch them in college. We didn't watch them in high school, right? They plop into the league, and they're unbelievable within like 2 to 3 years. Not big personalities. It's not their fault. The quality of basketball right now in the NBA is the best it's ever been. Everybody can handle the ball. Everybody can run the floor. Everybody can shoot. It's unbelievable how good the quality of play is. It is unbelievable. So it's okay. Not everything has to be globalized to the max. You can say our domestic, and I think there's a lot of things that the NBA did wrong that they're trying to switch. Adam Silver would admit this. Please embrace college basketball. College basketball's best players are now staying in college longer because of the NIL. Embrace March Madness. Put your arms around March Madness. Get Ant on TV, Cooper Flag on TV, and get Tyrese Halliburton on every network, Amazon, NBC, ABC, ESPN during your telecast. The kid is completely likable. He's engaging. He's funny. So my take is the last American MVP was James Harden in 2018. That is your reality. The best players are international, and they're unbelievable. I mean, KD is not the player Alperen Şengün is last night. Şengün can hit threes and pass and rebound. And it's unbelievable how good these international bigs are. Unbelievable. But we've seen the KD and the Steph and LeBron and MJ 62, and they're all great. But you got to turn the page on this thing. You got to market your young guys. Baseball's done it. Take a page from baseball. They've done a great job.
Excellent. So you heard what he had to say. Now, I want to quickly read some of the blowback of what he had to say. This was actually posted on his Colin Cowherd page on Twitter. It says, one guy says, and you don't have to show this, by the way. One guy says, you never dribbled a basketball, made a jump shot, or played in anything competitive in your life, and you always have the nerve to dismiss great players and athletes. All you do is sit in front of a camera and talk because you can't do anything near what those athletes do. Jealousy. Another guy said, MFer, that's Jordan. The hell are you talking about? Another guy says, game needs to change, not marketing. NBA has some of the best marketing of all sports. Hot take by Herd. I think he's getting too old for this sort of take. Let's just read through another one. This is some take, Colin. You should go to, then make your way for younger sports guys. Same for inside the NBA. They're all over 53. Another guy says, dumb ass take from Cowherd. Get the F out of here. And it just kept on going on. Another guy, incorrect. You keep Michael Jordan at the forefront of the NBA while implementing better marketing for the young bucks. You keep the ties to the past active. You continue to link Michael Jordan. And another guy said that. And people just kept on roasting him. These are his viewers. These are people that are following him on Twitter. They just kept on roasting him. But here's the reason why I think they brought back Michael Jordan. If LeBron James had done his job paying the game forward in being a truly fantastic ambassador for the game and moving the NBA forward, they wouldn't need to go back and get Michael Jordan. Have you been watching some of the ratings over the last few years? Have you been watching it? If the NBA was on an all-time high with ratings and we're doing so excellent, why would they need to go get Michael Jordan? They're essentially using Jordan to launch an entire network again. Sports division. The excitement is through the roof for Michael Jordan. Just that 3-minute clip, everybody has reacted to it. Everybody, positively. Even one of your colleagues, Bill Simmons, he came out and had some positive remarks for it. But here you come. Here you come. You're worried about Michael Jordan. Why don't you tell LeBron to leave? Why don't you tell him to leave? And I don't know why these guys try to make a job out of dissing the greatest player in the sport. I don't know why they always feel like they'll come out on top. But this is what Colin has been doing since he was on FS1. I used to see him on shows with Jason Whitlock and Chris Broussard. He was always taking shots at Michael Jordan. He was the one that said LeBron James has a more impressive career than Michael Jordan. What are you talking about, bro? Why is Jordan such a star point for so many of you guys? Why are so many of you guys bothered by his present? Why? He didn't even come back with any agendas. He's just talking basic basketball. But that's the one you chose to single out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe if LeBron was doing his job, the NBA would probably have record ratings, and then there wouldn't be a need for Michael Jordan. But you know it's bad when your own audience is roasting you in the comments. It's not me. His own audience members are putting a flamethrower to his ass and saying that was a horrible hot take. I rest my case. It's over. It is over. Victor Wembanyama is here, and it is over. Let's get into today's show. So, yesterday, there was a litany of games. Oh, and by the way, let me just take a good parting shot at them clowns, the Clippers. The clowners getting blown out by damn near 30 points. The clowners. So just wanted to just state that from the onset. The clowners. But anyway, there were some games going on, and yesterday we did a live. I watched a little bit of that Knicks. Who the hell were the Knicks playing? I forgot who they were playing yesterday. Knicks. Cavs. Knicks-Cavs game. I was watching that one. So we went live, but one of the games I was really interested in seeing was that San Antonio Spurs game versus the Dallas Mavericks, right? Because Cooper Flagg was going to be making his NBA season debut. But I was also interested in seeing Victor Wembanyama, who had been putting on a show throughout the preseason. So during the live, I'm talking to people like, yo, you're missing it. He put on a show. So I jump off the live. I jump off the live to go see what this dude was doing. So I tune into the game. And let me tell you something. What I was witnessing from Wembanyama, let me know. And I texted Gilbert Arenas this morning. I told him it's over. I said, it's over. He the face of the NBA. And he was like, yep, it's over. It's over. It's over. You could make a legitimate argument that this guy is already the best player in the world. I know we got Luka. I know we got Joker. I know we got Giannis. But them ain't him. This fool finished that game with 40 points, 0 turnovers, 3 blocks, 1 assist, 1 steal, 15 rebounds, 82% from the free throw line, 50% from the 3 on 71% shooting. That's just the box score. Now, we don't have a partnership right with the NBA, so we can't show you the footage. But if you saw it was looking cartoonish. And his primary defender was Anthony Davis, an all-NBA defender, and AD couldn't do a damn thing with him. A damn thing with him. Victor is the face. I know Ant-Man put on 40 and all. Anthony Edwards is incredible. He ain't Victor Wembanyama, bro. This dude is incredible. And I think he is about to take over basketball. He's he gonna be the best player in the world. There ain't no question about it. There's nobody, and I mean nobody, that's stopping it. I see Victor averaging 30 plus points this year and like 14, 15 rebounds. This is the year he takes a leap. And I watched an interview with him and Chris Broussard. Hakeem Olajuwon, who worked with him on Chris Broussard, First Things First. And he spoke about the work that he did with them. It's over. It's over. And if you watched him play, he wasn't playing like these dumbass bigs today. He was actually using his size advantage, which some of these dumbass, I don't know why they do it. You're 7 foot, 6'11", and you're standing out the perimeter. You're taking your advantage of size out of the game totally to step back and shoot long threes and long twos. He said no. He only attempted 2 threes, which was very, very smart. And I was looking at his handle from the top of the, I'm like, yo, what is this, daddy? What is going on? Like, this dude, it's over. It's over. He the best player in the, like, I know we still got Nikola Jokic. And Nikola Jokic is the best. But in terms of the face, it's him. It's this dude right here. It's this dude right here. He the best. Like, he gonna be the face. It's over. I was reading through the comments yesterday from all throughout social media. Everybody was like, yo, it's over. It's over. There's nothing you can do with this guy. Nothing. It's over, man. So shout out to Victor Wembanyama, man. He put on an absolute clinic. It looked crazy. It looked crazy. He hit a shot. It was one of his, I think it was .38 or something. They tried to double him. On the strong side, he spun away from the defenders, put the ball on the floor, and hit a fadeaway. I'm like, are you joking? A fadeaway going out of the baseline? I said, what? What? He's going to be the best two-way player in basketball. Like, there ain't no doubt about it. It's over. It is absolutely over. I don't care who you bring. Ant-Man not on this dude's level. Ant-Man can dazzle with his dunks and all that. This dude is on an entirely different level. And I cannot wait to see what this guy is going to bring this season. It's going to be incredible. And he beat a very good team. That's something else that surprised me. The fact that the Spurs, he was the star of the game, but they had some other great players that play well. And they beat a solid team in the Dallas Mavericks, although they're without Kyrie Irving. You had Julian Champagne, who chipped in for 5 points. Harrison Barnes, 7 points. Devin Vassell, 13 points. Stephon Castle, 22 points. Keldon Johnson had 11 points. Dylan Harper had 15 points. And this guy didn't even play. I forgot the point guard from, they used to be playing with the, what's his name? They used to play with the Sacramento Kings. I can't remember his name. I saw him there. De'Aaron Fox. He didn't even play. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. And I love it.